Get the door.
I'm not answering
Answer
the door.
the
Ding
door.
dong.
No way, it's the
you
KGB.
gotta-
Ding dong.
I'm not answering that.
Yes, you're going
You
to.
answer
I'm
it.
not gonna answer
I'm not gonna
it.
answer it, it's the KGB.
The KGB will pay for no one.
Today we're discussing a new game. Is it new? Is it really new? Can we say it's new? It's in alpha, it's in beta. I don't know. There's rumors swirling around. We're talking about Atomic Heart. Hearts? I think it's Atomic Heart. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Atomic Heart. I would like it if it was Atomic Hearts. That seems like it's got a little more oomph and a little bit kick to it. But you know what? Whatever. So, I first saw this going down a strange rabbit hole of YouTube videos. One dark night, I was eating my bowl of cereal. And it was right after I had a nice, intense crying session because I'm alone. And I have no one to call my own. And so I looked at this video because it's the only thing that was going to comfort me. And I saw a bunch of crazy Russian shit. That's right, Russians make me happy. Don't judge me. Atomic Heart is a game that has a very interesting style to it. We're looking at the trailer right now. Off the walls, craziness. It really looked like it was something that was interesting, intriguing, and also what I wanted in a game. I like this weird shit. I like science fiction. Russian culture has always been knuckin' futz, and so I wanted to check it out. And I didn't follow it as much because they've gone completely dark, which is ironic, using the word dark to describe this game. There hasn't been much on it. There's been this initial trailer, which came out last year, way last year, and then there was a NVIDIA RTX thing, which was showcasing the latest improvements in graphics card. It looks fucking phenomenal in this one right here. You've got the same wackiness, the same compelling art style, and enticing gameplay. The problem is with this game is that I believe it's in development hell. I think if this game was on track, it would have been more of a thing by now. There would be a lot more information instead of these subtle hints and little bit of tidbits that drop out here and there. If we go over here to the latest gameplay footage, it runs like ass. It runs completely like trash. It looks like shit. There's massive frame drops. And I know that people are going to say that it's a pre-alpha footage, okay? I understand it's pre-alpha. I understand that games are not going to look the best. But when you've got a gameplay footage video, you want to at least have it where it's running at a stable frame rate. Whether it's 30, whether it's 60. I don't want to see choppiness. There might have been a visual downgrade, and we'll get down to the nitty-gritty of the current rumors and speculation. It's so goddamn choppy that I just can't get into it. Now, if we go over to Kotaku in action, there are a lot of things that have been said about this game. A few days ago, shortly after Atomic Heart gameplay premiere, a Discord screenshot emerged, which was followed by mushrooming rumors. Sources claim that the gameplay shown was in fact an edited pre-render. It's about Mundfish and Atomic Heart. I don't know if I should blacklist. They are referring to a game dev company's blacklist made by developers, the guys. So the VR department is closed. Everyone's fired. Can't say I'm proud. Organization, utter shit. It's impossible to work there. The CEO is a guy from Mail.ru, a major search engine media outlet and online game distributor in Russia, who sold some stocks and started his own company. He's got funding. He used to be a marketing art director or something. Fucking egomaniac. Doesn't even know how game dev works. Act on impulse a lot. He's fired a lot of devs. The visuals from the trailer are fake. The game looks like absolute crap. So let's pause right there. This is what I'm talking about. You can clearly see a difference in the trailer, the first few trailers, and what we just saw recently. There's a visual downgrade. Again, I'm not going to be up in arms when I see visual downgrades because sometimes you got to make sacrifices, especially if you're porting a game from PC to consoles. The consoles, as much as they've gotten better with the technology they have in these boxes, they're still not a PC. So they're not going to be able to do the things as well as a PC. Now, they've gotten better, I'll give them that, but it's not where it needs to be. So you're going to have a visual decline, especially if you, I don't know, if they wanted to port this game to Switch. It's going to look like ass on the Switch, but they're going to have to make sacrifices in order for the game to look okay. But there's a clear distinction between the two trailers. I don't recommend you to ever work for him, only if you need money and have patience. 3 Coders got the axe this Thursday. Now he's got a coding team of 0. Impulsive prick. Someone from NVIDIA told him that the coders were morons and he just kicked them out. I don't know about the St. Petersburg team, but the Moscow one is something you should avoid like the plague. Not that it still exists though, lol, they fired everyone yesterday. They're now looking for new slaves. If the insight is correct, the management said we don't need you, we'll hire some students. The vacancies are still on their website. So much for the glorious Epic Games grant. No big deal, and it can only include $20,000 in help with the engine. Here are the main points. The latest video is not a pre-render, but a staged gameplay recording. It is a trick used by many video game companies. Example, Ubisoft. The frame rate doesn't line up with the action. The visuals don't line up with the action. And I was wondering if it was because it's just not stable, or maybe it's just pre-render, or maybe it's both, because it looks like shit. And I don't know why companies want to show off footage that makes their game look like shit. But I have the same problem with some early access games. World War III, it's a great fucking game for what it is right now. There's some issues, but they decided to throw in a map that wasn't even loaded. There were no textures, and it looked like I was in a blocky version of Minecraft. And why you want to have people try out that map is beyond me. I understand it's early access. I understand that you're building a map, but wait until that map's done and then shove it out for people. I can't understand that. And then people go, well, it's early access, and so you just gotta give them time. It's like, no, motherfucker, give me the other map that's been completed. I don't want to play this shit. It's ridiculous. According to several contacts, the VR department was shut down last summer. We should note that there are no actual VR department has ever existed. The company only had one team, which switched its focus between the two projects. It's remarkable that the insider mentioned someone from NVIDIA saying the coders were morons. That very summer, NVIDIA suggested Mundfish to work with them and provided the team with unique engine build. NVIDIA is also a consultant for the Moscow office, the one my contacts were dismissed from. Confirmed by contacts, after the massive reduction, the staff was down to 3 people. They had to start the project from scratch. More on that later. One contact claims that 3 programmers quit their jobs due to some inner bickering. One other employee confirmed that later. Unfortunately, I got no word from the former programmers themselves. One of them refused to comment, and I never managed to reach the other 2. 9 contacts confirm incompetent management, confirm recurrent impulsive termination. Now, the video game industry has a lot of layoffs, and some of them are unjust and some are unfair, but you never see the ones that are actually truly unfair and have so much hatred and intensity towards their former employees. You don't see Kotaku, you don't see Polygon, you don't see these SJW websites ever comment on shit like this. But if you have a big company like Activision who's trying to cut the fat back and take their profits to another level by getting rid of a bunch of programmers, Activision is a horrible company. That's the story. No, motherfucker, if this is actually true, this is the company you should be writing about. This is the kind of thing these sites don't write about. They try to find a false narrative and then they run with it, and then you have a story like this. Where's the coverage? Where's all these motherfuckers who are for minority rights and, oh yeah, we gotta have everybody on the same playing field? Jason Schreier, where you at, buddy? Got a story right here for you. No, not good enough? Okay, all right. I just think this doesn't sound good. This never sounds good when you have this lines up with what's been said already. Robert, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that last name. A good marketing expert who takes credit for the game's current popularity. Bad rumors turned out true. He believes that only graphics sell games. Marketing skills receive no criticism, and all complaints games are based on knowledge gap in game development. Oleg, game producer, he seems to have a very poor reputation among colleagues. None of the contacts described him in a positive light. After some research, I found his previous project, Heroes of Steam, was developed by another team and released on Steam in 2015. Oleg goes along with everything the CEO says or does. Contacts believe that he's trying to gain more ground on the company. Despite having some experience in game dev, Oleg has never provided advice on development or questioned CEO's decisions. Developers claim that it is Oleg's friendship with Robert which lets him keep his post. Oleg joined Mundfish when he was 19. He is 20 or 21 now. According to my contacts, Oleg is behind the death of Soviet Luna Park VR and one of Atomic Heart version. Artyom takes credit for everything the audience likes about the game. He has singly created the setting and visual design of the game. Almost all of the employees claim that he's the biggest contributor to the game. As it seems now, Atomic Heart is his passion project. So this sounds like the typical company that does not have its shit together. You got the one guaranteed to go through the bullshit enough to finish his fucking passion project. Good on you, man. You've created a visual style I've never seen before, and it looks phenomenal. But you are only one man. I assume you're a man, so I don't know if you're going to be able to finish this with the kind of help you've got. You've got an owner that's a former model. She used to own a model agency. That's kind of sketchy. I don't know if that goes well with a video game company. You've got a CEO who is a good marketing expert, but seems to have shitty thoughts and ideas when it comes to game development. Then you have an ass kisser who is just trying to get in the good graces and get a better position. I've seen that in my time in different companies. I think you're always going to have those people. It just sounds like a real shitty situation right now, and I don't know if they can overcome it. There's no stable concept. As I said, the game shines when it comes to animation, graphics, and visual effects. The team is trying to follow a design document, but the development cycle often becomes hectic, as you can tell. At the beginning, the team implementing gameplay mechanics almost randomly. Someone from the management would come to the office and suggest borrowing mechanics from games that he recently played. That is how graphics execution made it into Atomic Heart. One of the executives played Doom 2016. Huh, that's really weird. I mean, you're always borrowing ideas from games and shit, but that seems a little bit chaotic when you're trying to come up with the core concept of your game. I heard this game was supposed to be a combination of Fallout, BioShock, Deus Ex, but right now it just looks like a crazy art style while killing a bunch of shit. So, this led to an ever-ending cycle of adding, changing, and adjusting the game's mechanics. Game designers came and went. Even after a year of development, the managers remain undecided on what game they're trying to make. One day they want Doom, then Dark Souls, and then after that, Prey. Project management is non-existent, no backlog is kept, and no roadmap is outlined, not even for several weeks. No kind of planned dev cycle can be found there. Due to management's apparent incompetence in game design, other employees, artists, programmers, and animators had to do it for them. It's common for Robert to slam people for their ideas, even though the workers were clearly out of their field. As of December 2018, the project lacks several key figures. One contact presumes that a game designer isn't likely to appear at all, or doesn't seem to like them. The team has repeatedly pointed out to the executives that such policy cripples the development and therefore should be dropped. However, no response followed. Neither their interviews nor their website mention what kind of game Atomic Heart is going to be. They only confirm mechanics is crafting weapons from scrap in sort of PvP. Contacts also claim the game is absolutely linear and features a lot of invisible walls and closed doors. If the gameplay seemed too linear to you, the staging is not to be blamed. Clearly the game is designed like that. Robert, however, mentioned big open maps the players could explore. So I'm not going to go through the rest of this. You can read this if you want. Basically what we have here is a mess of a game, if the rumors are true, which I kind of believe it because the state that it's in, from what I've seen, the lack of updates, the lack of decent frame rate, the visual fidelity has gone to shit. It's disappointing because I really like the style. I really have not seen something like this. And so it's disappointing that people can't get their shit together, because if you have a great team and you have people that are invested and you know what you're doing, you play your part perfectly, then you make a lot of money. Video game development is a fucking crapshoot, but it's also something that could make you very comfortable in life. Even with one game, Like, you don't have to sell millions upon millions. But if you can sell just enough, you're going to be in a comfortable position for a few years. And then maybe, who knows, the sequel you come out with puts you at a fucking $1 million in your bank account. And it's unfortunate because there's greedy motherfuckers out there that want to hold people down and hold people accountable, but they can't keep themselves in check. They fucking go off on others because of their own insecurities, and then we end up with a cool idea that doesn't come to fruition. So that's unfortunate, but I'll keep an eye out on it. If it looks like it's going to get better, I might make another video. But I wanted to talk about this because there really isn't that many people invested in a story like this for whatever reason. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.